Alright, hello people. It's been a little bit. It's your boy Arbiter, aka a Riveter, aka all those fun things. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit in this time off that I've had. I haven't really been consistently uploading all of that. I might make a video about that. But I'm thinking of documenting my Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess practices and such. And I play a deck called Mekk Invoked. I've been playing it for some time now, and I figured I could use these as little things to go back to and see what I was playing back in the day. Maybe this can help some of you out, I don't know. But to kick things off, 3 Alistair, 3 your boy. Best card in the game, searches your Invocation Fusion spell. Love him. I play Mekk Knights, like I said in the beginning. Play 3 Purple Nightfall, banish himself, or any other Mekk Knight to search a Mekk Knight, other than himself, of course. I play 2 blue sky. I don't really feel like you need to play more than 2. I see people playing 3. I just think that's a bit much. I play 1 indigo eclipse, aka Shifty Boy. He just moves your Mekk Knights to set up more columns, so you can special summon more Mekk Knights and flood the board. For hand traps, I gotta play 3 Nibiru, 3 Smashy Rock. People do not respect this card whatsoever. Everyone always summons more than 5, and then it's like, well, hey, here's a Nibiru. Yeah, people just don't respect it, and you gotta humble them. I played 2 Ash. It's not too great, this format. I didn't really see it yesterday at locals, so I can't really confirm or deny if it's really gonna come up or not. It's good for ashing Shaddoll Fusion. That way they can't activate another one. And Shaddoll's big deck right now. I played 2 DD Crow in the main. Again, I saw this playing against Luna Orchis, and it slowed down the opponent, but this card's kind of meh, I'm not gonna lie. For other cards, 1 Pankratops. He's amazing. You're going second, why wouldn't you just play him at 1? And then I play 3 Kaijus. With Duov coming out, Dual Overload, I think you might have to play more of this wind guy because of the wind barrier statue lock. But these came in very clutch yesterday at locals for getting rid of True King of All Calamities, like Dingirsus, stuff like that. I would play these. I would be cautious though. If you're playing against dinosaurs, which at my locals apparently everyone plays dinos. They main Doggeran. Yeah, that's the fire dinosaur one. So yeah. On to spells. So I play, in this list, I play 20 monsters, 20 spells. So if you're playing Spiral, you have a 50-50 shot of guessing for me. I play 3 Magical Meltdown, self-explanatory. This searches your Alistair. This also makes it so your fusion summons cannot be negated. Don't get that misconstrued. They can ash things like Shaddoll Fusion, but they cannot Solemn Judgment any of your fusion spells. This also protects your monsters from being striked on fusion summon, and also gives you free effects when you do fusion summon, if you're playing Shaddolls, of course. 1 Terraforming. Gotta play Terraforming to search your amazing field spell known as Magical Meltdown. 3 Invocations. These things are your bread and butter. Fuse with your opponent's graveyard. Add your Alistair back to hand. It's free real estate. I see people playing 2. I think I just like playing 3. I played 3 back when Colossus was around, just so you could see it. I still like playing 3 just so you can draw it more often. I banished all 3 of those off of a Desires yesterday. Absolute worst feeling in the world. More fusion spells, 3 instant fusions. I play Thousand Eyes, Millennium Eyes, and some more targets for this card. This card's actually really good, especially with Cross Shape now. You could summon like 1,000 Eyes, take a monster, link it off, go into your Cross Shape, and then if you fusion summon another monster using cards like Invocation, you can resummon that 1,000 Eyes or Millennium Eyes, whatever card, and keep breaking apart your opponent's board. I would, I mean, in this deck, you kind of have to. I don't know why you wouldn't play Instant Fusion. Cards, other cards. I play 3 Lightning Storm. So I learned against dinosaurs, this card kind of sucks. I really love this card. If you can get it, I would suggest buying it. In my matchups against dinos yesterday, I had to play them 3 times at locals. I maybe got to use this card once. But against like every other deck, this card's so live, it's completely disgusting against decks like Altergeist, Subterror. Any decks without protection or negates, this card's gross. You let them make a board and then you're like, Lightning Storm, and they're like, what? And you just blow up their board. It's pretty crazy that this is actually a card. Substitutes for that, you can always play Twisters. Twisters would have came up live for me yesterday because I had to play Mystic Mine in Draco, or in Dinosaurs. One of my opponents used Mystic Mine and I couldn't out it because I had face-up cards, so Lightning Storm couldn't be activated, whereas Twin Twisters could have. Extra cards, I play 2 Desires. It's a love-hate relationship with this card. I feel like you have to play it. I personally don't hate it. I've banished all 3 of my invocations twice, but you know, sometimes it just happens. I feel like this card does me better more than it does me dirty. So yeah, 2 Desires. I see people playing 3. I mean, it's all up to preference. 2 Mind Control. You're going second build. This just breaks apart boards. I don't see why you wouldn't play this card at 2. It's a great card. And for the card, I'm probably going to cut out Book of Eclipse. This card's come up a little bit for me. Essentially, it flips all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. And it flips them all face-up at the end phase, and your opponent draws a card for each of their monsters that flips up. This card's nice when your opponent's making like Winda, Mekka, and all that stuff, so you can just flip them. Then you don't have to worry about their effects. But I'm thinking I'm going to play Chalice, because True King of All Calamities is kind of disgusting, and this card does nothing against Calamities. Whereas Chalice would. Same thing with like Abyss Dweller. It doesn't really hurt this deck too much, but I had many opponents yesterday summon Dweller and then use it. It doesn't really hurt my deck, but still, if you're playing another deck, I would say Chalice is a really good card. And that's it for the spells. It should be 40 cards. I don't think I went up to 41 yesterday. For extra deck, you get the Almirage. You normal summon your Alistair, make this, so you automatically have a fire type target for your Purgatrio. The one Secure Garda. This, you would link your Almirage, or you'd link your Alistair into Almirage. Then you would turn this into Secure Garda, and now your Alistair's a 1-card Mekka. That's really all this serves, is it makes Mekka for you. Gravity Controller. Card came up once yesterday. It's just a free bounce. It's a really nice card. Cross Sheep. MVP card. This card pretty much says, hey, special summon a level 4 from your graveyard. Doesn't matter if you use Instant Fusion to summon it or whatever. This lets you end on boards of like Mekka, Winda, Mekka, Millennium Eyes, bunch of dumb, crazy things. And going second, this is like a free Boral Sword. Great card. Alistair, the Invoker of Madness. I feel like you have to play this. Sometimes you don't see your Alistair, and then you see this, and you have Invocation in your hand. And this will allow you to use your Invocation because you didn't draw your Alistair. That came up once yesterday. Nightmare package, why not? I play 1 Phoenix and 1 Unicorn. Unicorn came up once. Phoenix didn't really come up yesterday. I would still play them. Unicorn's a free bounce, and Phoenix is a free spell and trap removal, if they don't have Mystic Mine on the field, of course. Then I play 1 OTK button in Boral Sword. I feel like you have to play it in a going second deck. Boral Sword's amazing. Instant Fusion targets. First off, Thousand Eyes, Millennium Eyes. This is like Mind Control, which is amazing. This is a free negate. You can summon this out, go with your Alistair, use the effect. If they use like Ash, you could just use this, take the Ash, and now your Alistair goes through. These can also be resummoned with Cross Sheep, so you could resummon Thousand Eyes, take a monster like I was saying earlier. More instant fusion targets, I guess. I do run the Kaliga for the Mekka Kaliga lock. It only lets your opponent attempt 1 monster effect a turn. which is really gross, especially when you negate it with Mekka. I play one Raijin. This card came out once yesterday. It's just Book of Moon. That's all it is. I play one Purgatrio. I kind of wish I played two yesterday, but I feel like you can get away with one. And then, of course, double Mekka for the last two spots. My favorite card in the deck. Side deck. Just a real quick side deck. I play 3 Droll. I play Droll for Spiral. Really, that's about it. 3 Retaliating Sea. This card says, hey Shaddoll Fusion, your targets are now banished. So your opponent activates Shaddoll Fusion, you chain this, special summon, and now every card that they send to the graveyard until they get rid of this is banished instead. 3 Dark Ruler No More. This card came in very clutch yesterday against multiple decks because I like going second. It's like, hey, Appaloosa, you have no negates now. Great card. 3 Evenly Matched. I didn't side this in at all yesterday. I think it's still a great card. I would still play it. The 1 Reboot for Altergeist and other back row decks. And the 2 D-Barriers for Shaddolls and all that. And that's it for this deck profile. We'll see how this deck carries on. I'm going to switch out those Eclipses for the book, or not the books, the Forbidden Chalice. But yeah guys, if you're viewing this video, you liked it, leave a thumbs up, maybe subscribe. I feel like I'm going to upload a lot more, at least with Yu-Gi-Oh! I got a dual overload case coming in next week, hopefully. Can't wait to open that and unbox that. But yeah guys, it's your boy Arbiter. I'm out. Peace.